What's going on, guys? It's your boy Padican, and I'm coming back to you with another DBSCG Fusion World replay / decklist video. Yeah, today we got the god of control, Beerus, the boy, the bunny. Well, he's actually a cat, but either way. Welcome to what is probably the best, one of the best control decks of the format. Yeah, it's not green. Oh, but where the Brolys and Gohan? Green absolutely smashes this deck because red doesn't do anything bigger past turn 4. Well, you're right, but then you're wrong. Unfortunately, I do not have footage of Beerus going up against a green deck. For the past 2 days of me trying to farm some content, I gotta say, I have not come up against a green deck. I don't know what's going on with the ranked matchmaking. I don't know if we're discovering a meta shift and somebody told me green isn't good anymore, but I've been running into a lot of red decks and a lot of yellow decks. So here, and actually a few blue, but here we are. I at least have footage on what's probably one of the best decks in the format, which is indeed the Frieza Boom. Frieza's just too nutty, bro. Being able to stand up 2 of your battle cards and swarm the field like it's nobody's business. Like, Frieza's so good because you can, an optimized deck can pivot between flooding the field with a bunch of weenie boys or bringing in the big guns with the coolers, the 4-drop coolers, the 4-drop King Colds, or the big 40k Friezas. But if your opponent decides to come at you with the weenie program, you can just drop the big 5-drop Beerus on them. We definitely played 2 of these. 35k, critical value. Oh yeah, looking really good. And to be honest, red is I think red is actually a bad matchup against yellow. But if it's Beerus, and Beerus is up to his old get the F off the field ways, because his awakening skill takes off 10,000 off of a battle card, and then you use your combos with that, your 5-drop Gokus or the 3-drop Gokus. You can pretty much eliminate anything like we're doing right here. We drop him down 10k, Whis, drop him another 5, drop the big Goku, bye-bye Frieza. And now we're adding the pressure onto our opponent. So I think if you're playing Beerus and you're playing the correct build, the control-y kind of build, you can take off any monster off the board, or any battle card off the board, and you can pretty much mitigate the field and keep your advantage pressed, whenever anybody starts to swarm. You got big cards like the 5-drop Beerus. You switch up your battle plan a little bit. You start concentrating on the monsters. But honestly, the Beerus control deck is it's honestly just it's its nature to get rid of battle cards and attack your opponent at the same time. So it's just a nice silky balance, and you just grind your opponent to absolute dust, just like I did this guy. Like, this is just a punishment that I have given a Frieza deck in a long time. All right, and as we're heading into replay 2, I want to go ahead and show you guys, these are all ranked matches. Anytime you see me hitting the replay videos on Ubagios, just know this guy is high rank. He's level 133. He had the super, I think he's either in God rank already or Masters, but this is the Beerus mirror match, and I have a few other games that I wanted to showcase. I like keeping it down to 3 because I don't want the YouTube video to be too long. But this game is making it to the video for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is just pretty much like showing you what the play style of what Beerus really is about. It's controlling the field, which is what we do in this game much better than our opponent. And then reason number 2 is deck crafting theory. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this Baggio's deck list after the game, and I'm gonna go on a small spiel about his build. Like, I don't know, it looks okay on paper, but he's got a lot of wonky card choices. Spoiler alert. But anyways, the game's pretty tit for tat right now, fighting over the board. He drops the Gohan. He's already in awakening mode, attacking me with the thing. It's okay as long as we're not letting him pull too far ahead, then we're good to go. I mean, honestly, you can argue that every game and every deck and Fusion World is about card control, which it is. Let's not beat around the bush. But depending on your deck style and your play style, you really have to consider just how much that advantage is worth and whether or not your deck can steal games. Any deck can steal games, except maybe blue. Not as consistently as others, but here we are. Take a look at this right here. Down to 4 cards. I got plenty. I control the field. Well, I did until Gohan showed up. And we're at even life. How does that come to be? Well, it's about timing, getting rid of stuff when you need to do it. And how to see right here, I'm gonna go ahead and super combo to keep this 25er on the field. You know what I'm saying? And this turn, we're gonna easily get rid of this Gohan, attack his face to see how he feels about it. He blocks. And I guess what I can nitpick around here is that the opponent's choosing to block a little too much and not giving him his hand to breathe. These aren't even critical hits, but he finally takes this. But I mean, geez, I had to work for it. But look, he's blocking it. He's afraid to go to 2. And honestly, that is the way to play, but it's like, come on, man. You should see what you could see a little earlier in the game, so you're not running that far behind. Right here, like, I'm not going to try to block this. I got more than enough cards to do so, but, he worked hard for it. I'm going to let it go. I'm also... but I'm not going to let him gain total control of the field, so just, you got to really pay attention. If you need to rewind some of these games because they're going too fast and you're listening to my nice baritone voice silkening your ears, feel free to just rewind, man. But look at these easy removals. This is what this deck's all about, man. Just removals. Beerus is just so good. So we're gonna go ahead and I want to show you this guy's deck because the deck list is coming right after this. This is really, the ones are fine. He's running a few too many 1-drops. That's why on like turn 2 and a little bit of turn 3, we just started seeing a lot of these wonky boys that weren't doing anything. I like the Fuwas. He's got the Shin going on that makes Beerus a 30k beater, and Shin's got the 10k combo, and if he's a 20k attacker, so he's not, for a 3-drop, he's not that bad of a card. But there's just so many better choices. The Gokus are good. The Gohans are kind of meh. They fall off late game, only being 20k attackers. Like this card falls real flat to Broly. This guy's playing Frost, which you do not need in this deck. Red decks like playing Frost because it's good against yellow when yellow starts stampeding on you. But in a control deck like Beerus, you're gonna be having a great time removing all those weenies off the field. He plays one of the Krillins. I don't like Krillin in this deck because, like, I think he's a good card. I really changed my opinion about this guy. But he's only good with Goku, in my opinion, because 15k by turn 4 when you can drop him is just so weak. And Beerus can't bump him up. Card's bad in this deck. Everything else looks okay all the way up until we get to these cards right here. It really sucks I can't bring it up, but right here is the Tournament of Power stage, or arena as they call it, and he plays 3. What this card does is that once per turn, you know, it's a field card, so you rest it and you can boost a battle card or your leader by 5k. So it's basically a starter deck Goku effect, but it's a field that you rest, and so you can only activate it once on your turn, or once on your opponent's turn it'll rest, and it won't unrest until your charge phase. So I mean, to just be blatantly honest, I've play tested this card and it's absolutely terrible. And if we just kind of go around this guy's deck one more time, he's not playing a lot of things that Beerus he's not playing a lot of things that help Beerus do what he does best. Like these Gohans here, I mean, you know, red is all about decreasing whatever, but besides the Fuas and the Gohans here, and you know, the usual suspects between the 3-drop Gokus and the 4-drop Gokus, he's not really, you know, meeting the criteria. I think he's overhyping the Whis a bit. You're supposed to play either or. Overstacking on them is just it's meager value. You know, these things you want to see on turn 1, maybe 2, to get rid of the babies. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share for the second replay, and I'm sorry if I rambled on, but this is just to kind of help you guys when you're building your own decks and your own techs and combos and coming up with strategies. You want your strategy to revolve around your leader, and Beerus likes to remove cards because he takes away 10k with his awakening. So let's talk about my deck list real quick. All right, here's a quick peek at the list, boys, as promised. So for the onesies, we're actually running a small ratio here. Like, we're not trying to be overbearing or commit to any one strategy. Just 3 of the awakening Roshis, 3 Whis. We do the on play ones because of the 10k combo. The Whis that does the activate main minus 5k, good lord, only has 5k shield, and combo power. Combo power is just really important in this game. And then we play 4 of the draw Roshis. 2 hits, play more if you got them. 3 Fuas, you don't need any more than that. We got 3 of the Sun Gokus who get 5k power when you're awakened. And since we want to awaken as soon as possible, this guy's a 25 beater for a 2-drop. That's just absolutely insane. And then unfortunately we only get 1 of these Gokus. This guy is amazing. When he attacks, knock out a 10k power or less battle card. And just with Beerus's leader skill, that is just absolutely crazy. Anything under 20k is getting rocked. Maxed out on the awakening Krillins, 3 of the awakening Gokus. Now here's where the list gets a little spicy. We're playing this Frieza, the 3-drop, but it's got the magical number of 25k for the Broly matchups, and then of course it has that 10k shield. Your cards don't need to do all these crazy amazing things, guys. Remember that vanilla cards with strong stats is sometimes good enough. Like, you could sit here and exchange this card for, I want to play a critical Beerus because it's just got so many more effects. Why aren't you playing cards with effects? Why don't you just play the Gohan that minuses things by 10k? Well, the reason is because of the stats. That Gohan only has 20k, and he's not going to get on Broly, and he's only got 5k combo power. You could make the same argument for a lot of cards like this Beerus. Another argument, he's got critical and he gives a battle card 5k. Why aren't you playing this guy? Well, again, same problem. 20k attack, 5k shield or combo power. It's just not the way to go sometimes. Oh, I accidentally added these cards to the deck. Don't mind me. Moving on, we play the Awakening Android. It's not an amazing card, but it's an Awakener, so what can you do? We got 2 of the secret rare Gokus. You don't need these cards. I know they're hard to pull, but you can exchange these and just put Gohan. He fits right into that slot. It's perfectly fine. This card is not needed. As you can see, we also play the 4-drop Frieza once again, just because of the stats. And then for the big boys, we go 2 and 2 on the Beerus 5-drop. This one is to just further punish yellow. Like, I feel like our yellow matchup is just good enough without it. I've even put this in the mana base just because I've already had control of the game. But it's still good to have if you're just running behind yellow or blue, or even against a fellow red deck who just bum rush the field with a bunch of 1s and 2s. But yeah, and then of course, you know, just your usual finisher, double strike, Son Goku, minus a guy by 20k, 30k because your leader is Beerus. And yeah, that's just really good. The super combo shins, obviously, 2 command waves and 2 god command waves. You do not need to play any more extra cards in this deck. The problem with red is that once you start getting into the optimized builds, you're going to start realizing that these boys do not have shields. They do not have combo powers. And in the late game, you are going to fold and over anything that drops big creatures or big battle cards. You know, this Goku, you know, it's a great card, but it's got 0. The Secret Rare Goku, great card, but 0. Beerus and this Goku both share that big 0, which is another reason why we play vanilla Friezas and cards that have 10k shields. You know, that's where our decision making kind of takes place when it comes to combo power. But as far as extra cards, like I said, you like to control the field, so that includes the fact that you want to get rid of your opponent's cards and you want to have a card of your own on the field. So Kamehameha Wave just helps finish games and helps protects your battle cards. And then God Kamehameha Wave, you could probably get away with 3 of if, say, you don't have these Gokus and you don't really want to put Gohan in. But I don't think you should max this out. However, you know, I mean, you could get drunk on the fact that with Beerus's leader skill and with this card, you can get rid of any boss monster, because anything with 40k or less is just going to get knocked out with the leader and God Kamehameha Wave combo. But anyways, that's it for the list, boys. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. All right, we're coming into game tray of the video, and this one made it because it's the Brochita matchup, the blue matchup. I would say blue versus red is pretty even, but if you're not careful, blue will outgrind you. They play a lot of dirtily cards, Peel-Off being the main suspect. Recycling a 10k combo power card is absolutely nuts, and this Baggio in particular is running the GOAT tanks, so yeah, he's got the max value going on. Like, I actually personally really do enjoy GOAT tanks builds, because it's just adding 20k combo power to your hand. It doesn't matter that the Gotens are super weak. I don't know about playing the 1-drops in my builds, maybe 1 or 2, just to make sure there's a name in the grave by turn 4 for GOAT tanks. But you know, and then Trunks, you know, Trunks, you either draw the one, you're either recycling the one that draws, or you're recycling the one that gets 25k power as long as you have 7 or less in the hand. But anyways, so our opponent, as of right now, does have control of the field, but you're gonna watch how quickly that can change when you're playing Beerus. You know, it's just one Whis, one hit away, weakening their cards to the point where there's no reason to block, and you could just, this deck really pressures the opponent in a way where it's like, man, do I protect my cards on the field or do I protect my life? And sometimes those decisions are harder to make than you would think. So here against this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and let him take me down. We're not overprotecting ourselves, but we're taking what he gives us. I decide to go ahead and guard against that hit, but I'd say we're in a pretty good position. This Vegeta doesn't have a lot of cards in his hand, and we're kind of afraid to give him too much. But here, You know, don't be shy to press on the gas. I see a lot of players in this game with their gamecraft theory be scared to give their opponents cards because they're afraid of getting the super shield. Keep your opponent on the back foot. If that means you go under card control, it's fine. But in this situation, we're sitting pretty. You know, as of right now, he's only got like 6-7 cards in his hand. He's hitting us with little baby bodies that we don't really care about, and we got a full hand of 10, and we're even on life. So here, he kind of comes out of hand for this attack, really trying to get us to 2. I make sure we don't get there because he can drop the big Vegeta funny business, this 5 drop. So we're trying to stay out of that range as much as possible. Normally you want to do that in any and all games, especially if your hand's fat. There's really no reason for you to hold on to your cards. Make sure you use them to protect yourself, and then have enough cards also to make a counter attack. So here we're not over exerting ourselves. We're just nicking him and picking him while he does the same strategy we're trying to do, making sure not to go under 3 at the moment. So he drops the Go Tanks, he picks up the combo power, he's coming at us real strong, we protect. We're not going under 3, not yet, we don't need to. So he goes after my battle card instead. This guy, he's, you know, kudos to the opponent. He didn't really make any misplays this game, and he actually drops a real scary card on me in just a moment, probably in the next few turns. But it starts turning into a grinder because this guy's making some good plays. But I just take over the game right here, and now I just got done talking about being a coward, but this was strategic because he has so low cards in his hand. I didn't want to give him an extra 2. This Goku was just to get rid of his card and to be the intimidator right here for his future battle cards. So this man draws the sick Goku Black, has the Go Tanks combo, refills his hand, and now I'm actually scratching my head because I gotta let these hits go through. I'm burning cards, he's gaining value, so now I gotta dial up the pressure. Because he overextended a little bit, this is when he leaves himself open. And since I have another finishing Goku, I don't care about giving him his 2. We got enough mana to finish him off with the second Goku Kamehameha Wave combo. And unless these are 3 super combos, he is not getting out of a 60k double hit. So yeah, that's the Beerus decks. That's the Beerus control deck, guys. I think it's a really strong red deck. Probably like it better than the starter deck Goku builds and Goku Universe 7 builds as far as matchups against green and any other color. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and or especially subscribe, so I can get more inspired to drop content like this. Thanks again. This is Patakin, signing out.